Good afternoon, wrestling fans. Well, after a long road of getting here, we finally made it. We finally made it to WrestleMania weekend. And all I gotta say, this has been the longest road to WrestleMania ever. I guess that's because WrestleMania is a bit later this than usual. Because normally WrestleMania is usually the first weekend or second weekend of April. But this year, it's the third week of April. It's also Easter weekend. And this year's WrestleMania 41, is taking place in Sin City. That's right, it's taking place in Las Vegas. And there's always a saying, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. And boy, Las Vegas is hopping this weekend. It's hopping this weekend. Now, Las Vegas is always hopping. But with WWE in town, you see more hopping. And I predict that this year's WrestleMania 41, is going to top last year's WrestleMania 40, that took place in Philly. And this year's WrestleMania is stacked with exciting matches. I believe night one has 7 and night 2 has 6. So I'm going to go for each match, give you my thoughts on it and who's going to win. This is my first live stream that I'm doing on YouTube, so I don't expect this to go exactly smooth because it's my first time doing a live stream on YouTube, so bear with me. So I'm going to start with night one. Now, we found out, I think 2 days ago, that the World Heavyweight Championship match between Gunther and Jey Uso will be kicking off night one. And personally, that's a smart move by WWE because by doing this match first on night one, it gets the fans all hyped up and excited. So I think this is a smart move by Triple H because naturally he's head creative, he's chief content officer. So I think he's smart that he's doing this match first. As far as the matchup goes, this match has slow build to it. When I first started out, the story between Gunther and Jey Uso started out slow build because every week you will see a match and then Gunther will constantly beat him up after his match week after week. But ever since Jey Uso's brother Jimmy got involved, and then he had a match with Gunther, and Gunther was beating him down like a dog. And then he saw, I think 2 weeks ago, when Jey Uso came out all serious and confronted Gunther and gave him a passionate speech, which I enjoyed. That speech he made, it was a great promo. I think this is going to be an exciting match. I think both Gunther and Jey Uso will put on one hell of a match. And Gunther may be a dominant champion, but don't be fooled by Jey Uso because I think he's going to be very aggressive in this match. I don't think he's going to be the fun Jey Uso that we've been seeing the past few weeks before we saw this aggressive side from him. So I think it's going to be an exciting match. I think both men will put on one hell of a performance. I'm looking forward to it. I'm sure me and all of you would love to see Jey Uso win the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania. And I'm going to go on a limb on this, I'm gonna take a risk. I'm gonna pick Jey Uso defeating Gunther and becoming the new World Heavyweight Championship. I'm a champion. Because I think I have a fight feeling that he's going to pull an upset tomorrow night against Gunther. Because I think ever since we saw this aggressive side from Jey Uso, Gunther started to get scared. So I really think Gunther has a really good chance of defeating. I'm sorry, my mistake. I really think Jey Uso has a really good chance of defeating Gunther and becoming the World Heavyweight Champion. Because I think, because of that aggressive side of him. And if he could show that aggressive side of him in that match tomorrow night against Gunther, he has a really good chance of becoming champion. So I'm picking Jey Uso defeating Gunther. Next match, we have the WWE Women's Championship match. Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair. This is another match that had like a slow build to it. I think the build to this match could have been better, but I think both these women, Tiffany Stratton, will put on a very, very good match. Both women are very talented. I think they're gonna blow the roof off Allegiant Stadium tomorrow night. Now a lot of you thinking that Charlotte Flair is gonna defeat Tiffany Stratton, but I really think Charlotte Flair is gonna put Tiffany over, and so I think Tiffany Stratton is gonna defeat Charlotte Flair and retain the WWE Women's Championship. Because, and also too, this is a very important match for Tiffany Stratton. This is a must-win for her. This match is more important to her than Charlotte Flair. Because Charlotte Flair, we know all about her. She's a multi-time champion. But Tiffany Stratton, this is a big match for her. Because if she can beat Charlotte Flair, this will and retain the WWE Women's Championship, this will cement her legacy. This is going to be a big win on her resume. And I truly believe that Tiffany Stratton will defeat Charlotte Flair tomorrow night at WrestleMania, which is night 1, by the way. So I'm picking Charlotte Flair defeat. My mistake. Picking Tiffany Stratton to defeat Charlotte Flair and retain the WWE Championship. Next match on night 1, we have the United States Championship. LA Knight with Jacob Fatu. I'm not sure about this match. I guess both men will put on a good match tomorrow night. I guess that both put a good match on tomorrow night. LA Knight is a good wrestler. He puts on good matches, good performances. On the other hand, you have Jacob Fatu, who's been dominant. Now, I'm gonna pick LA Knight win this match and retain the United States Championship. And the only reason I'm doing that is I got a fight feeling Solo Sikoa is gonna interfere in this match and cost Jacob Fatu winning the United States Championship. That's the only reason why I'm picking LA Knight. Because so that's my pick on that. Next match, we have Jade Cargill versus Naomi. Now, I'm looking forward to this match. I think both women are very talented in the ring. I'm very impressed of their performance in the ring. I love this new aggressive side from Naomi. I think she's been a great heel so far, and maybe this is what she needed. She needed to turn heel. I mean, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed her being a babyface, but maybe her turn heel was the best thing for her. And I think both these women will put on a very good performance in the ring. If I was who's going to win, I'm going to pick Jay Cargill in this match. So this will be an exciting match. I'm looking forward to it. I think both these women are very talented in the ring. We have the World Tag Team Championship match between the New Day and War Raiders. This match, as much as I like the War Raiders, and I'm not against War Raiders, I fully believe that the New Day are going to win the tag team titles. And ever since they turned on Big E, we've been seeing this more aggressive side from the New Day. So I think both tag teams, the War Raiders and the New Day, will put on a good match, a good performance in the ring. I don't think there'll be any interference in the match. I think it's gonna be a straight up one-on-one tag team match. However, I think the War Raiders as tag team champions will come to an end. And that's because I really think the New Day is going to defeat them on night one at WrestleMania, only because we're seeing this aggressive side from the New Day. So I'm picking the New Day to winning the World Tag Team titles on night one at WrestleMania. Next match, we have El Grande Americano and Rey Mysterio. This is another match I'm not too sure of. Now, we all know Chad Gable is El Grande Americano. We all know that. And Rey Mysterio is a good wrestler. He puts on great matches, good performance in the ring. El Grande Americano, he's been pretty good in the ring. Good performance. However, I'm picking El Grande Americano defeating Rey Mysterio only because El Grande Americano is going to pull something to win the match. Because we all know El Grande is Chad Gable. We all know that. So I'm picking El Grande Americano defeating Rey Mysterio only because he's going to cheat his way to win the match. As nothing against Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio is a phenomenal wrestler. I enjoy all his matches. Puts on one hell of a performance. But the only reason I'm picking American Grande is because he's going to find a way to cheat his way to win this match. So that's my opinion on that match. And then we have the main event of night one, which is the triple threat match between Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins. This is going to be an exciting match, an intense match. I I like the build to this match, the build up to this match. I think I enjoyed it. There's been so many twists and turns with the story between the three of them. And you got a couple of stories. You have the feud between Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. On the other hand, you also have a feud between Roman Reigns and CM Punk. And now that CM Punk's favor is that Paul Heyman is going to be in his corner during this match, Paul Heyman is going to be the trump card during this match. And I'm curious what role he'll play in this match, because I'm sure he'll be involved in some sort of capacity. So I think all these men are very talented. They're phenomenal wrestlers. All three of them will put on one hell of a performance. They'll blow the roof off Allegiant Stadium. As far as who's going to win this match, in my point of view, here's how it's going to play out. I got my picks for what's going to happen of the outcome of this match is Seth Rollins is going to win the match, and Paul Heyman is going to walk out with Seth Rollins after this match. I got that fight feeling that's going to be the outcome. I could be wrong, but that's my gut feeling that what's going to happen is Seth Rollins is going to make the pin, get the win, and Paul Heyman's going to walk out with Seth Rollins after this match. Now, what's going to happen after this match happens? Who knows? Because I don't think the story is done after this triple threat match. It's far from over. So it's going to be interesting what's going to happen during this match, whether Paul Heyman will get involved, because he's the trump card during this match. So it's going to be very, very interesting what's going to happen. But my prediction of what's going to happen is that Seth Rollins is going to get the pin, and then after the match is made official that he won, Paul Heyman's going to walk out with him after the match. So that's my prediction of what's going to happen. But like I said, it should be a phenomenal match. I enjoy a good triple threat match because it's to make twists and turns during a triple threat match. And I think it's going to be an intense match between all three of these men. So I'm looking forward to it. We'll love to see the World Heavyweight Championship match be the main event night one. But I guess they want to make this match the main event for night one instead. And I'm sure there's a reason for it. I'm sure there's a reason why Triple H made this match the main event and not the World Heavyweight Championship match, main event. So it should be exciting main event. So that's night one. Now we got night two. Starting with the WWE Women's World Championship match between Io Sky versus Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley. This another match that has slow build to it, a lot of twists and turns. I'm kind of disappointed the way it turned out, because back in January we all thought it's going to be Rhea Ripley as the champion versus Bianca Belair at WrestleMania. But then what happened was Io Sky had a match with Rhea Ripley, I think on Raw 1 week, and Io Sky defeated Rhea Ripley to become the new Women's World Champion. And of course, Rhea Ripley was not happy with that. She blamed Bianca Belair for losing the title. And ever since that happened, Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley have been going back and forth with words. Meanwhile, Io Sky is caught in the middle of this, and I don't blame Io Sky. I mean, she is the Women's World Champion. You know, she deserves respect. So, so I think Io Sky is going to win this match and retain the Women's World Champion, only because Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley are going to be too focused on each other, beating each other up. And I think that's when Io Sky is going to take advantage of that. So I'm sure all these ladies will put on a very good performance in the ring. All these ladies are talented. They'll put on a great match. But I'm picking Io Sky winning and retain the Women's World Championship only because Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley are going to be too focused on each other, beating each other up, and Io Sky's going to capitalize on that. So it should be an exciting match. I'm looking forward to it. Now we have the Fatal 4-Way Intercontinental Championship match between Braun Breaker versus Penta versus Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio. This is going to be an interesting match. I think all four competitors are very talented, very competitive. I'm sure they'll put on very good performance in the ring. I mean, Braun Breaker has been very impressive since becoming the IC champion. Impressive with his performance. I'm certainly impressed with Penta and his performance since he debuted in WWE, since his performance. Finn Balor, we all know he's a very talented wrestler, and I'm impressed with his performance in the ring. And Dom Mysterio, I'm very impressed with him too. I mean, I think he's just as good as his father, Rey Mysterio. And I think he's going to put on a good match. He's going to put on a good performance as well. So, my prediction, who's going to win this match, is going to be Penta. And I think he's going to win the match and become the new Intercontinental Championship. Intercontinental Champion. Okay. Next match on night 2, this is night 2 I'm working on, is Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. This is going to be an intense personal match between these two. These two have personal issues with each other. It's not going to be an RA match. It's going to be a Sin City street fight. So this is going to be a brutal match. Both Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest can't stand each other, quite frankly. And I think all these men will put on a good performance in the ring. Both of them are very talented in the ring. They put on a great performance in the ring. But just because they have personal issues, this is going to be an intense match. And like I said, it's not going to be an ordinary wrestling match. It's going to be a Sin City street fight. So I wouldn't be surprised if this match spills outside the ring as well, because I have no idea what's a Cincinnati Street fight. I guess I'll find out on Sunday night, which is night 2. So, fellas, who's gonna win this match? I'm picking Drew McIntyre in defeating Damian Priest in the match. Now, next match on night 2, we have the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match. This match basically was just put together at the last minute. I don't care for it. Personally, I would like to see Liv Morgan in a singles match at WrestleMania rather than a tag match. And so the match that they put together for the women's tag team titles is Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Nia Valkyrie and Bayley. Personally, I would like to see Nia Valkyrie defend the women's Intercontinental Championship versus Bayley at WrestleMania, rather see this tag team match. That's my opinion. So I'm sure all 4 of these ladies will put on a good performance in the ring. All 4 are very talented. I'm sure it'll be an exciting match. But in my point of view, I would like to see Nia Valkyrie defend the women's IC title in a one-on-one match versus Bayley, number 1. And number 2, I would love to see, I would rather see Liv Morgan be in a one-on-one match as well. But this is how they wanted it. To me, I'm not impressed of the way WWE has been booking these matches for these women's mid-card titles. That's my opinion. I think they're not utilize these women's mid-card titles as much as they should. So I'm not too thrilled about it that match, but it is what it is. So I'm picking Liv Morgan versus Raquel Rodriguez defeating Nia Valkyrie and Bayley. Second to last match on night 2, AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. This match, to me, they could have saved this match for the Raw after Mania. That's my opinion. And I think instead of having this match at WrestleMania, I think they should have put the WWE Tag Team Titles match on WrestleMania, which is Street Profits versus Motor City Machine Guns instead. Because I don't know why the Street Profits versus Motor City Machine Guns match is on SmackDown for the tag team titles. They should put that match on the WrestleMania card, pull the Logan Paul AJ Styles match, and put that on Raw at the Mania. But that's my opinion. So I don't know why they put this Logan Paul versus AJ Styles on WrestleMania card. This match could be on Raw after Mania. So, but they decided to go that way. I guess Logan Paul must have something in his contract where he has to have a match at WrestleMania. In any event, as much as AJ Styles is a good wrestler, and as much I would love to see him win the match, I'm picking Logan Paul defeating AJ Styles on night 2 of WrestleMania. Last but not least, it's the main event on night 2. We have Cody Rhodes versus John Cena for the undisputed WWE Championship. Now, this is going to be an instant classic match. This is going to be a phenomenal match. And I'm sure both John Cena and Cody Rhodes will put on a phenomenal match. Phenomenal. Now, we all know it's not going to be a straight-up 1-0 match. You know it's going to be interference. And I wouldn't be surprised if The Rock shows up at WrestleMania and interferes in this match. And I wouldn't be surprised if Travis Scott interferes in this match as well, because he allowed himself with The Rock. So you know there's going to be interference during this match. Of course, how much interference. Now, we all know what happened last year between Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship. And there was lots of interference in that match, but yet Cody Rhodes managed to defeat Roman Reigns and finally become the WWE Championship. But this Cena Rhodes match is going to be an instant classic. So both men will put on a phenomenal performance in the ring. I'm looking forward to seeing it. As far as who's going to win, it's hard to pick a winner because both these men are well deserved to win this match. Both men are phenomenal wrestlers. But I have a funny feeling Cena's going to get his 17th championship on Sunday. So in any event, I'm picking Cena to defeat Cody Rhodes and winning his 17th championship. So it should be an exciting match, like I said. Looking forward to it. And that's your WrestleMania 41 card, night 1 and night 2. I'm looking forward to it. I think all the matches at WrestleMania are going to be exciting and fun to watch. Like I said in the beginning of the stream, I think this WrestleMania is going to top last year's WrestleMania. I truly believe it, because it seems WrestleMania gets better each and every year. And now that Triple H has taken over creative, it's got even better. And I got to give credit to Triple H. I mean, he's not just the chief content officer, but he's head of creative now. And he has done a phenomenal job with the booking of all these matches. Not just WrestleMania, but on Raw, on SmackDown, on other POEs. So I got to give credit to Triple H. He's done a phenomenal job. And I have no disrespect to Vince McMahon. When he was heavy creative, back in the day, he booked great matches, but towards the end, I don't think he knew what he's doing with booking matches. So I think ever since Triple H has taken over creative, he's done a phenomenal job of booking matches. And the way he's been booking these matches, it's like they're making these matches unpredictable, very surprising. So I got to give credit to Triple H. He's done a phenomenal job. And I'm sure he's going to be putting on a phenomenal WrestleMania over the weekend. I'm looking forward to it. Both Saturday and Sunday, it's going to be 9 hours of WrestleMania coverage. the WrestleMania kickoff show or countdown show, whatever you want to call it, will be 3 hours. Saturday and Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. Then you can have the Night 1 WrestleMania. That'll probably be at least 4 hours, maybe a bit longer. And then immediately following that, you have a 2-hour post show. Night 2 was the same night, same thing. The countdown show will be 3 hours. It'll start at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. Then you can have night 2 of WrestleMania. And then immediately following that, you have the 2-hour post show. So it's 9 hours on Sunday and 9 hours on Saturday. And that doesn't include the Hall of Fame ceremony, which I'll get to in a minute, and NXT Stand Deliver. Now, speaking of Hall of Fame ceremony, and I don't know why they're doing this. I don't know why they're not doing the Hall of Fame ceremony at the same venue as SmackDown and just do it after SmackDown goes off the air. But this year, they're doing the Hall of Fame ceremony at a different venue. And the start time for that, get this, 10 p.m. Pacific, which is Las Vegas time, and 1 a.m. here on the East Coast. So, in other words, for us people who live on the East Coast, such as myself, gotta be up, gotta stay awake till 1 a.m. to watch the Hall of Fame induction ceremony, which is tonight. So I'm gonna try to do my best to stay awake to watch the Hall of Fame induction ceremony tonight. Because, like I said, it's at 1 a.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Pacific, out in Las Vegas. I was surprised that the WWE is not having this at the same venue as SmackDown. Because the past few years, they've been having it at the same venue as SmackDown as like a double, as a 2-for-1 deal where you'll get to watch SmackDown, and then immediately from SmackDown, you can watch the Hall of Fame induction ceremony. But I guess they wanted to do the Hall of Fame ceremony at a different venue. I don't know why. In any event, it's going to be a long Friday night between SmackDown at 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. Eastern, and then the Hall of Fame ceremony later on tonight, which is going to be 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 p.m. Pacific. As for the Hall of Fame induction ceremony, it should be an enjoyable event. I congratulate all the Hall of Famers who are going to be in the class of 2025. I'm so happy that Triple H is getting into the Hall of Fame. I'm so happy. Because quite frankly, I mean, I know he's already in it as part of DX, but I'm glad he's finally getting it in, going in as a solo competitor, because he had one hell of a wrestling career. I mean, I know a good majority of his wrestling career, he was a heel, a bad guy, but you gotta give him the man a lot of credit. Whether you love him or hate him, he was that damn good, you know, especially during the 2000, 2001, around that time where the Attitude Era peaked, and that's where his highlight career was outstanding. So I'm glad he's finally going in. He deserves it. In fact, he's gonna be the headline for tonight's Hall of Fame induction ceremony, and should be. You know, he was a phenomenal wrestler when he wrestled. But I'm glad. I'm happy that Lex Luger's fine going in. He deserves it as well as Michelle McCool, and I think there's like 3 other wrestlers that are going in. Also, something new they're doing. They're now inducting matches into the Hall of Fame. And the first match that's being inducted into the Hall of Fame is Stone Cold versus Bret Hart. I'm glad they're choosing this match to go in the Hall of Fame because both Stone Cold and Bret Hart put on one hell of a match. I forgot where it took place, but the two of them put on one hell of a match. So, now I know Shawn Michaels is inducting Triple H. The Undertaker will be inducted. His wife, Michelle McCool. CM Punk will be inducted. Stone Cold and Bret Hart into the Hall of Fame for that match. And I think Lex Luger, I believe it's going to be Diamond Dallas Page. I believe. I'm not quite, but I think so. So it should be an exciting match. I'm looking forward to it. Tomorrow afternoon, I'm also looking forward to NXT Stand Deliver. There are 5 matches on the card for that event. All matches down that card look exciting to watch. NXT always puts on a great show, and I'm sure tomorrow's NXT Stand Deliver will be just as good. The starting time for that will be 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, and that will also be on Peacock, as well as the WrestleMania countdown shows and night 1 and night 2 of WrestleMania. The post shows after WrestleMania night 1 will be on Peacock, but will also be streaming on WWE's YouTube channel. So should be an exciting weekend. I'm looking forward to it. Always enjoy WrestleMania. I mean, the only WrestleMania I went to was WrestleMania 20 back in 2004, and that was at Madison Square Garden. And I went with my sister, and the two of us had a phenomenal time. It was a great show. Of course, I didn't go home right after the show. I stayed in a hotel with my sister, but that's the only WrestleMania I've been to, and I enjoyed myself. It's a great show. So it should be exciting WrestleMania weekend, and like I said, it all kicks off tonight with SmackDown 8 p.m. and then later on tonight is the WWE Hall of Fame induction ceremony, and it's going to be 1 a.m. East Coast time, 10 p.m. Pacific time out in Las Vegas, and it will be streaming on Peacock. So it should be an exciting weekend. I'm looking forward to it. I'll probably post recap videos on both night 1 and night 2 of WrestleMania. Like I said, I think this is like I said earlier in this video. I think this WrestleMania is going to top last year's WrestleMania easily, just because of the matches that are on this card. Because, like I said, you got 7 matches on Saturday, which is tomorrow night, and 6 matches on Sunday night. So it should be a fun, exciting weekend. We have a bit longer this year because WWE wanted to do it the third week in April, which I can understand why. I don't know what the reason is. Especially that it's Easter weekend. I'm surprised they even scheduled it this weekend, being that it's Easter weekend, because you got Catholic Easter and you got Greek Easter, both the same weekend. But I'm sure they had their reasons on why they booked it. They booked it this weekend. But it's a big exciting weekend. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you all wrestling fans enjoy it. Whether you're in Las Vegas for WrestleMania week and go to WrestleMania, or you're going to spend WrestleMania weekend at home and watch on TV. And I know a lot of you like to do WrestleMania parties. And a lot of people do that. They do WrestleMania parties. So no matter, so whatever, how you spend WrestleMania this weekend, enjoy it, soak it in, enjoy all the matches. It should be a fun weekend, like I said. Before I end the stream, if you enjoyed this stream, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm trying to grow my channel with subscribers. So if you enjoy this video, please like and subscribe. That'd be greatly appreciated. Hope you have a great WrestleMania weekend.